So okay, writing markup with JSX. JSX is a syntax extension for JavaScript that lets you write HTML-like markup inside a JavaScript file. Although there are other ways to write components, most React developers prefer the conciseness of JSX, and most code bases use it. Why React mixes markup with rendering logic, how JSX is different from HTML, and how to display information with JSX. Okay, the web has been built on HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. For many years, web developers kept content in HTML, design in CSS, and logic in JavaScript. Okay, often it separate in separate files. Content was markup inside HTML while the page logic lived in separate JavaScript. That's true. But as web became more interactive, logic increasingly determined content. JavaScript was in charge of HTML. This is why in React, rendering logic and markup live together in the same place. Components. Mhm. Keeping a button's rendering logic and markup together ensures that they stay in sync with each other on every edit. Conversely, details uh, that are unrelated, such as buttons markup and a sidebar's markup, are isolated from each other, making it safer to change either of them on their own. Yeah, okay. It's just a .js component. Okay. Each React component is a JavaScript function that may contain some markup that React renders into the browser. React components use a syntax extension called JSX to represent that markup. JSX looks like a lot HTML, but it's a bit stricter and can display dynamic information. Yeah, just like, yeah, but the best way to understand this is to convert some HTML markup to JSX. JSX and React are two separate things. They are often used together but can use them independently of each other. JSX is a syntax extension, while React is a JavaScript library. Syntax extension. Suppose that converting HTML to JSX. Suppose that you have some perfectly valid communication. What am I thinking? Communication HTML. Oh, yeah, okay, that's cool. And you want to put in a component. If you copy and paste it as it is, it will not. It will not work. Like what? Why is that so? I thought it would. This is because JSS is stricter and has a few more rules than HTML. If you read the error messages above, they'll guide you to fix the markup, or you can follow the guide below. Unable to establish connection with the Sandpack bundler, make sure you are online or try again. The problem persists. Mm. Are you doing it online? A Sandpack bundler, he says. Is this existing? So yeah, it does exist. Okay. Why it doesn't work? Really? It doesn't work? Hold on. Hold on. That's really why it doesn't work. I want to understand why it doesn't work. So okay, for now this. Let's see. So to do, what if is the image? You just want one element to be rendered. Oh, okay. It does want to something like if it was section or yeah, it's just one element it wants it to be. I think that's the limitation of this, right? Oh, what the? No, bro. I just want to remove this. Okay. Haha, I already figured that one out, so you can only render one tag at a time. So you could even enter this here. Right? UL. So we should close this. Haha. So yeah, you only can return a one element there, and that makes sense because it is being the navigation would be the nav here, then it should have it. So if we try to check that one, the element, how why like what? Yeah, the navigation it will enter this one. I think it will clear this one and enter this one. Okay. Okay, cool. It makes sense. I thought you could just insert it, but yeah, it does make sense that okay, it will have a one thing that it will have a parent, and then you cannot just decide what render it has to be inside of a parent as well. So it's always will always have parent-child interaction. Cool. Yeah, single root, wrap it in a parent. If you don't want to add an extra div to your markup, you can write. Oh, I like it. Okay, so something like this. Yeah, sometimes you don't want it. But still, there's still. Oh yeah, okay. Wow, that's fascinating. So at least it is inside the parent. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't really want to. So that's awesome. So this empty tag is called fragments, and fragments lets you group things without leaving any trace in the browser. HTML3. Yeah, Yeah, it might be useful, it might not be, but yeah, let's see. Close all the tags requires, yeah, I know this. Camel case most of the time. In React.js, many HTML and SVG attributes are written in camel case. For example, instead of stroke width, it's stroke since class server in React will have class name instead of corresponding DOM element. For historical reasons, are written as in HTML with dashes. I don't know this. I think it's all the data with this prefix. Huh. I rarely encountered this kind of thing, but okay. Converting all these attributes in an existing markup can be tedious. We recommend using converter to translate your existing HTML and SVG to JSX. Converters are very useful in practice, but it's still worth understanding what's going on so you can comfortably write JSX on your own. What is JSX converter? Converter? Where is the JSX converter? Okay, here. Oh, okay. Okay. Haha. This is not the right, but I think I could figure it out myself. So I think that it should be closer than a fragment. And so still BR. What is BR anyway? Uh, I, Jesus, I'm not saving it. So, okay. Okay, here div and B I closes scientist. BR. What is BR? It is something like this, right? Hold on, let's remove this. Does it work? It doesn't want. Yeah, put div. Yeah, but it doesn't show anything here. I even remove everything and then it's not working. What are you doing? Right? So it's not cannot establish. So anyway, it's not. Yeah, it's not updating. This it works, but for this, yeah, it works here. Try out some challenge. Okay, wow, and now it's working. So okay, here we do this. Then okay, do this. Expected for the eye. Yeah, okay, because it should be inside here. There you go. Huh? What? Features expected just closest for PR. Yeah, I really think, yeah, as far as I can remember, this BR, whether you've expected closing tags or none. So I should remove this. Warning, invalid DOM property class. Did you mean class name? Class name. Is it? Div and bio. What is your solution? Oh, your class name is well here. But it's not working. Okay, you have to reset the class name. Should be just class, no, will be faster. Anyway, that's their implementation, and there might be a really deep reason why they chose class name instead of just class. So okay, let's move on to the next one. Ah, wow, okay. Didn't realize. I'm learning it. I'm learning it well. I just want to have one pass and then for me to really understand it. Snapshot. For me to really understand what's the what are the capabilities of these implementation. JSX lets you write HTML like markup inside JavaScript. JSX lets you write HTML like markup inside JavaScript file, keeping rendering logic and content the same place. So when you want to add a little JavaScript logic reference, a dynamic property inside that markup. In this situation, you can use curly braces in your JSX to open a window to JavaScript. Passes how to pass strings with codes, reference JavaScript variable. It's a JavaScript, how to call JavaScript functions, and how to use a JavaScript object inside JSX with curly braces. When you want to pass a string attribute to JSX, you put it in a single double quote. Yeah, this is what. Oh, yeah, this is templating, right? It's templating. You can change it. Mm-hmm. So it's dynamically changing. Okay. using double curlies, CSS and other objects in JSX. In addition to strings, numbers, and other JavaScript expressions, you can even pass objects in JSX. And objects are also denoted with curly braces like name. To pass JS objects in JSX, you must wrap the object in another pair of curly braces. Oh, you may see it in inline CSS. That does not require you to use inline CSS. Inline style, you can pass object and style attribute. Yeah, right. We could try to do it. Maybe a changing one. Here we this your syntax? Oh, it does expected token. Oh yeah, it has to be capital. Get number. Oh, it doesn't want to. Does it? Then we have to num get number. Do we really have to do this? Then we get the num. Oh, what? You don't want to take it as this as it is. You don't want to render it as that would be not fun if we are not able to do this. Oh, haha! I get it. It'll do it. Okay. I was just